interested in learning about Yuma, I knew it. I haven't messed it up forever, Krista. Just right before I click record, I go, Yuma, Arizona, Yuma, Arizona. Yuma, Arizona, or Eryn Ramirez, I got that right. You're in the right place. This is One Move There with me, DerekBicksler, one of your hosts in Harrisburg and Carlisle, Pennsylvania. I'm joined by my co-host in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 3 hours west of me. We are joined by our friend in the middle, Eryn Ramirez, real estate agent in Yuma, Arizona, with an M, like Mary. And Eryn, we have a little tradition to bring people in. Pick a number between 1 and 35, and then you're going to get a wild card question, they're called.
22.
22.
Yeah.
What's the most imaginative insult you can come up with? That's too hard. Do you have a favorite? I have a favorite, not insult, but like in my head, I'm always thinking GFY. I can't even say it on here. But for some reason, go FY. It's kind of like, that's what I think in my head a lot of times when people are doing me wrong or whatever. But that's a weird question. Here, how about, what's the weirdest thing you've ever done because you were bored? Maybe when you were a kid or something? That's the next one in line here.
Weirdest thing. I mean, it wasn't me, but a good friend of mine, she used to iron her money. And I was like, why do you do that? She goes, I just like it crisp. And so when I'm bored, I iron my money with starch and everything. But
I'd be scared.
And so the first time I slept over at her house, I sat there and watched her iron her money. I was like, you're bored?
That is strange.
Usually
starch.
If I'm bored, I read a book or something. So.
Nice. And you don't iron the pages when you're done or anything? Nice. Well, I'm going to let Krista take it over now with a little bit about you.
Yeah. So how long have you been in Yuma?
So my parents are both military. We have a huge air base out here, one of the biggest ones. So they're both stationed out here. And so we were here for a long time, moved around, of course, with military. And then I came back here when I was in high school so I've been here for, let's see, how old's my son? So I've been here about 28, 29 years. Something like that.
Yeah, so a very long time.
Yeah.
Okay, and how long have you been doing real estate?
4 years. So I just got my broker license this year. I decided, at first I wasn't going to. I thought, I don't know if I really want to do that. And then I said, nah, I'll do it. Go for it.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So before we hit that record button and went live, we were talking about you being a Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
Yep.
And so tell us a little bit about that Pittsburgh connection since we're in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, my dad, he grew up in Pittsburgh, born and raised. Him and his sister's brother. I have tons of cousins that are over there now. And we were just raised Pittsburgh Steelers fans. I have a Bettis jersey. I have the Palomalo wig. I've got the bus hat. I have a crocheted blanket that my grandmother crocheted with Steeler colors. So
I love
that's it.
that.
I got my terrible towel. I love, yeah.
Yes, yeah. What part of Pittsburgh do they live in?
Oh gosh, I can't remember, honestly. I mean, they're all over now.
Okay.
So he had tons of brothers, or one brother and tons of sisters, and they're all around. So
Buy some bridge somewhere, Krista.
Yeah.
There's bridges everywhere. Everybody's near a bridge, right?
Yeah, for sure. So when was the last time you were back here to visit them?
I haven't been back since I was little. They actually came down here to visit us. I have 5 kids, and my brothers, my sister, we all are equidistant from Yuma. So we all came here, and then they just flew in. So it was a little bit easier for us to get all of our children and everybody together and them down here. So.
Okay, 5 children. What are these ages?
My
That's a
oldest is
lot.
21. My oldest is 21. And he's actually in the Air Force. He came down this week to, he's been in boot camp and school. He just finished and is stationed now in Oklahoma. So he came down this week for the holidays. And my second oldest is 19. And then I have a 16-year-old. And then I have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old. So
That is quite a span.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. I don't know how you have time to do things.
Oh, well, the big kids help. And
Well,
that's what I
that's
say, it's different when you have a bunch of little kids and then you're like, oh man, can I even take a shower? Now the big kids, I can say, hey, watch them real quick while I take a shower or cook dinner or whatever it is. And they're helpful, super helpful.
Oh, that's awesome. So what was the last series or movie you watched?
Ooh, I'm waiting for Stranger Things. It's coming up. I know.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yes.
But last I watched, I don't know. The one I can remember is Wednesday because my daughter wanted to watch it, so we watched it. So
yes.
Yeah.
I like Wednesday too. And what's your favorite kind of music?
Ooh, I'll listen to anything really, classical to hip hop to country to reggae, ska. Actually, I'm going to a 2-day festival next year. It's already booked in April. Reggae Rise Up. But I've been to Punk at the Beach. I'll do any music.
That's awesome. I love it.
So what you said reggae a bunch of times there. If I walked in your house, and Krista, both of you will maybe relate. We play a game called Guess the Kind of Music These People Listen to, and you can just say, Alexa, play music, and it will just play like whatever last was playing. And usually it's an Alexa. I haven't tried others, and it'll just play music, and you're like, yes, country, yes, spot on. There's like guitars and like country type of stuff, or they just look like they would have like country music or whatever. So is reggae, you think, what would play if I walked into your house and said, Alexa, play music?
Probably, or it's going to play something I played at the last open house, which is probably more calm, but.
Would that be the classical?
Yeah. Yep.
Interesting.
But other times, yeah, more than likely it'll be like Revolution, Netanyahu, all kinds of different reggae. My grandmother's actually was born in Jamaica. So I'm like, maybe it's a thing. I don't know.
Oh, yes. You were born loving it.
Yeah.
We just had someone on a few weeks ago that was from Jamaica, didn't we? Derek?
Yeah. I can't think of who it was. Or Cuba? That is in my head too. Somebody, it was Florida. Somebody Miami or something. And they go somewhere down in the islands. Yeah.
It was somewhere down in the Caribbean. Yeah.
That's a lot of my grandmother's born in Jamaica, but some of her brothers and sisters moved to Florida, and then some stayed in Jamaica, and then she was the one who moved around everywhere. So maybe it's a Florida thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was last week. It was Bridget, I think, in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, Bridget last week in Fort Lauderdale. By the way, Krista, my mic. I listened to last episode. For anybody that tried to watch it, nobody probably watched it because I pushed play and my voice was like, rah, rah, rah. I'm like, oh my god, nobody's watching that.
That's weird because it wasn't like that when we recorded.
Really, that's what I told Eryn. I was like, so who knows? It could sound great right now, and then so I turned it down. I moved it away from me a little bit. So we'll see. Anyhow, talking about location, let's get into where Yuma is, because me being who I am, I don't want to put it on all Americans. I hate putting labels on people, or when people say like boys like this or girls like this, and that's why whatever. I don't know where Yuma is, so let's scan out. And anybody else that doesn't know where it is on the planet. And actually, that's a little bit further. I didn't even realize Arizona was exactly where it is, right next to California, abutting California. Oh, yeah. So that's where Arizona is. And then Yuma's way down there in the corner, huh? All right. And then as
we're right on the border of California and Mexico. Wow. Like if I wanted to go to California and just say I was in California, it'd take me 10 minutes just to get on the freeway and be in California. It's about 2.5 hours from San Diego and then 2.5 hours from Phoenix. So we're right there, equidistant between two. Mm-hmm.
So how close are you to the border?
That's again 10 minutes. I could, if I wanted to go to Algodones or San Luis, like that's usually where we go if we're going to go to Mexico, and super, super easy. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That is awesome to be that close.
Oh, yeah.
Do you enter like right there? Is that where you would enter to go into Mexico?
Yep. You go right through California and then into Mexico in Los Algodones, or you can go through Arizona and into San Luis. Algodones is like a medical, they call it Molar City. It's a medical, like everybody comes down there for dentistry, medical stuff. We have people fly in from New York and all over the country just to get their teeth done down here because it's so much cheaper. Mm-hmm. They call it Molar City for a reason.
Yeah, medical vacations are a thing.
Yeah.
People do that all the time. Traveling, taking a vacation, plus the surgery costs a fraction of just your like deductible here sometimes. So looking at it here, it looks like it's, as we, I guess, would assume, Arizona, as I zoom out, looks like mostly desert or hot area, as we would all assume. I did see in what was it? It's like the sunniest place on the planet or something. I forget what it was called.
Yeah, Guinness World Record for sunniest place in the world because I think it's 360 days are sunny out of 365. We're also, we do have a lot of, desert, of course, but we grow most of the country's winter vegetables here too, like salad. I tell people, if you like salad, you're welcome from Yuma. So, because we supply tons of the lettuce and everything else out to the country this time of year. So.
Yeah, it holds the record. It says for the most days above 90 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
What is it right now?
We're in the 70s. I think it's a high of 74 today, but during the summer we'll get, 115 sometimes, 110. I think there was a couple days it was 119, but it's hot for maybe four months out of the year, but the rest of the year we're really, really nice and cool. Our population almost doubles in this time of year because of winter visitors. So Canadians, people from Washington, Idaho, Montana, all up north come down here. So a lot of my clients, I check on their houses during the summer when they're not here because they are in their other homes.
Is it a dry heat?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We do have a monsoon season for a couple months that it can get humid, but this is actually the wettest monsoon season we've had in years. Past couple years, it hardly even rained, if at all. So.
So what kind of things?
Am I seeing it's?
Yuma County is huge. It goes from right there at the California border, and then borders the Phoenix, Maricopa County. So it's a lot of it's desert. I think we have, I want to say it's like 125 million acres. That's military. We have a lot of military testing out here. They have a track for one of the car companies. They do testing out here, and a lot of cool stuff happens out here that you wouldn't even think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where do the Arizona Diamondbacks play?
Phoenix.
Okay.
Years ago, we used to have an international baseball would come out here.
Oh, wow.
That was years ago, and then they stopped. I think they got rid of the field, or I don't know what happened, but they used to do that. So.
Oh, it's so pretty.
How far is the Gulf? Did that look? Was that right? That it looked like the on the back, the Colorado River ends there.
Colorado River runs through Yuma, and people used to travel. I'll just bring it back to the history of it. People used to travel through here to go to California for the gold rush. That's how Yuma was founded and discovered. Right, it was a major stop for people coming through and traveling, and then it just grows. So, but yeah, Colorado River comes through.
And then how far to the Gulf? I never even paid attention to this body of water. The Gulf of California.
Oh, we go to
Is that
we've
like
gone
a
to El
thing? Do you go there?
Golfo. Yeah, oh yeah. We'll go down, and I mean, people go on like holiday weekends. We have sand dunes nearby too, but there's dunes out there by the Gulf, and people will go out there riding and all kinds of good stuff. Great seafood, mariscos. That's what I'm like. That's all I want every time I go to Mexico. I'm like, I want some mariscos, just some seafood.
Oh. Was it always called the Gulf of California, or did they rename it?
They renamed it.
What did it used to be called?
Gulf of Mexico?
I thought that was the
Yeah.
one on the other side.
No, I think I don't know.
Were they both called it?
I don't know. Now
I
we're have to
don't know.
Google it.
Was it always called Gulf of California? The Gulf of California was not a new name thought up by AMLO. I'm guessing that means Trump or something. American something. Gulf California, Sea of Cortez, blah blah blah. Also
Maybe Sea of
known.
Cortez. There you go.
Yeah.
It
So on our
rings a
maps.
bell. I'm like, Sea of Cortez. Yeah. So.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't remember ever hearing that before.
Yeah, but we go down there, and we haven't been there in years, but we used to go pretty often. My husband and I, we would go out there.
And as far as food, you were saying some kind of tamale festival or something? Is that what you were
Yes.
talking about?
So Yuma County, we have different cities within our county, but they're all really close together. Somerton has their annual tamale festival coming up, and I spend all day there just eating, this unwrapping. It's like opening little gifts around the holidays, but they're edible.
Oh, I love
We have
tamales.
taco festivals. We have our Cajun sausage festivals. We have tons of stuff that happens out here, and a lot of it's food related.
That's my kind of city.
Yep.
And is it mostly Mexican influenced stuff?
Yes.
Or Tex- I don't know what. Sometimes people are particular about what you call the food.
No, well, I mean, Mexico's right there. It's not necessarily Spanish, right? So definitely, but you get from all different kind of regions in Mexico, different kinds of foods. Lots of different kinds of different tacos, even tamales. You'll have some wrapped in banana leaves. You'll have some wrapped traditional, and you'll have the fruity ones, and then you'll have the ones with cheese or meat. So a lot of different things to try, which I'm like, I love to eat and I love to cook. So I'm like, I'll do it.
I love to try new things, new ways of doing it too.
Yep.
Are there a lot of Spanish speaking people there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people are either bilingual, or they speak only English or only Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I know my last name's Ramirez, pero no habla español. Okay, muy poquito.
Your
Very
accent when
little.
you said that city name sounded like you did. Like you pronounced it correctly.
My husband speaks Spanish, and I understand it better than I speak it. But the girls on my team, some of them do speak Spanish too. So, but it's funny because I'll get phone calls and I'm like, "This is Eryn," and they're like, "Ramirez?" And I'm like, "Yeah, pero no habla español. Un momento, por favor." So.
But hopefully you have a referral partner who does speak Spanish.
Yeah. Well, that's why I was like, oh, the girls on my team speak Spanish. Thank goodness, because I don't.
And is there anything else? Is it mostly that stuff? I mean, obviously you've got your typical Chinese food and all that kind of stuff. Do you have, here's a question that everybody has, all the microbrews and distilleries and all that kind of stuff happening. Do you have all that kind of scene happening there too?
Yeah, we do have a couple of breweries. One in Welton, which is right on the other side of the mountain, which is one of our cities. They have a High Tanks Brewing Company. And then here downtown, we have Pint House and, well, not Pint House, but Prison Hill Brewing, which is across from Pint House. But they brew their own beers and everything like that. There used to be a place that made their own wine too, but that was a while ago. It was good, but...
Yeah, because Arizona wine is a thing, right?
It is?
Maybe not exactly where you are, but that's a thing, right? Or am I
In
imagining
Mexico
that?
too, Guadalajara, there's vineyards everywhere and great wine there. So
I don't like Pennsylvania wine.
Some say they're the
you?
best winemakers because it's the hardest place to do it. The hot
Yeah.
place, it's easy. The weather's nice all the time. It's easy to do it there. But when and you want grapes to be consistent, that's why it's easy. And if you want to make it better, you make it better, and it stays, and a storm doesn't come or freeze and then
That's
kill it
true.
all, and now you got a messed up crop or something.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't. Yeah, I would say the same. When I did drink, I would say the same thing too. I don't like Pennsylvania. I feel like Pennsylvania wines are always like some kind of like fruity.
Yes.
Like it's not like regular red or white or Cabernet
Yes.
or whatever. It's
just
some kind of like
sweet grape juice. Yeah.
You ever say like juice?
Yeah, it's just
yeah. It's like apple wine or something.
yes.
That's funny.
And then what else is there to do there? Where would be like a stadium, or where would you see concerts or do like that kind of thing? Phoenix?
Yeah, you can go to Phoenix, San Diego. Again, they're pretty close. We'll go there for a day trip. If I want apple pie, I want to go to Julian, we'll drive up there, But right across the border in California, there's a casino there, and they have concerts and whatnot there. So the Q is what we call it. But yeah, they have a lot of cool events. I've seen some of those reggae groups there. I've seen oh my gosh, who was it? Who did we go see last? I don't remember, but we'll go there for like some concerts here and there, comedy shows and things like that. Yeah. There's a lot of historical fun things to do. The Yuma Territorial Prison is really cool. Just reading the stories. And I always think, man, they used to not have air conditioning and people were in this prison. And, definitely just fun to walk through and tell your kids it's haunted. So a lot of fun historical stuff, but we have a lot of festivals around this time of year. October really kicks off. Balloon festival, tacos and tunes and tacos and tunes, we have date festivals, lettuce festivals, all kinds of stuff happening around this time. The Children's Art Festival, lots of stuff that happens around this time. Mm-hmm.
It says the prison was now a state historic park, blah, 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 was once named Best Haunted Destination by USA Today. So it must be, like they say, it's actually haunted. It's not just like a joke. It's supposed to actually, I don't believe in that
that's
stuff.
The rumor. That's the rumor.
Yeah.
So.
I guess a lot of people probably, like you said, suffered there just because of heat, let alone whatever else.
Right. Mm-hmm. But they have some of the stories too of why they were in prison, or just information like that. And Prison Hill Brewing Company, that's actually one of the owners, his uncle or great grandfather, something like that, was one of the prisoners there, and that's why it's Prison Hill Brewing Company. And it all kind of ties in history with all the stuff within our community. It's really fun.
Ah, that's neat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool. And the first, it also says Ocean to Ocean Bridge, the first vehicle bridge across the Colorado River, is a historic landmark. So is that something you can still drive across that they maintain? Do you know what that is?
Yes. They have like a newer section, which everyone drives across, but you can still see it, and they maintain it, like changing out the lights that says Ocean to Ocean Bridge and everything. So it's a fun site. During this time of year too, during the summer too, we'll go tubing down the river, and you just go down and just float. We call them float downs. So you don't do anything, just sit there and float, with a couple of drinks in your little cooler and float down the river.
Because your section of the Colorado River is not like Whitewater Rapids. It's tamer down there where it's trickling into the Gulf of California. And look at that. I learned all this geography terms. Also known as the Sea of Cortez. What else we got here? Yeah. And then some casino, it says, that actually doesn't have a casino or something.
We have
historic restaurant.
We have several casinos. Well, the Q is in California technically, but it's right there. Paradise Casino and Cocopah Casino are in the county. A lot of events at the different ones, so that's where we see some stuff. Mm-hmm. And then we have like I said, the one of the largest air bases, Marine air bases here. We have an Army proving ground where they do a lot of testing. My mom used to work there too. We used to test stuff out. Where else? And we have a huge Barry Goldwater Range is where they do a lot of the testing, which is thousands. I think it's 1,000,000 acres. I think 125 million, something like that, acres of testing range. So it's huge.
Is that a big driver of the economy? You think the military?
Ag, military, those are our
Colleges?
biggest drivers. Yeah, agriculture and military. Mm-hmm.
Agriculture, yeah. The lettuce capital of the planet or whatever it is. 90% and 90 degrees most days, sunniest place on the planet. That's fantastic. Are there lots of farms in general? I guess hot places grow things you can only grow in hot places. I feel like you can grow lettuce here. Like, why is that the lettuce
I don't know
capital?
why lettuce grows so good when it's hot. I would think that it wilted.
Well, so right now it's in the 70s and it'll stay around that. Like we don't really drop below, 50 at night, maybe. I mean, every once in a while, through the spring and winter. So you're talking about a long season that we can grow here as opposed to other places where it snows and it's not going to grow. So that's why we're the winter vegetable capital of the world or the country or something. Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah.
And I wonder if because they can grow stuff year round, so they might rotate what they're growing and grow stuff year round on land versus here. They chop the corn down and it just sits there vacant or they don't do anything till next season for 3 months to grow or whatever, and then they plant something. So probably more efficient use of the land, I would guess.
Yeah, definitely we're able to use the land, because you don't have to worry about freezing and all that crazy stuff. So.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Our ground is freezing.
Yep.
And then are there any other, if somebody was even just visiting there, moving there or visiting there, are there any things that you wouldn't be able to find by asking Google? Not many things you can not know by asking these things now, but any insider tips or if they were I'm moving there to maybe work at the base, where should I live, or maybe some areas that would be good? Is Yuma a big metropolis where it's hard to get in and out of? Would you want to live in a suburb or something, or how does it work that way?
So there's a lot. I mean, we have a lot of counties or county areas, which is like farmland, homes on acreage. So there's a lot of that available. But there are a lot of subdivisions. And there's little pockets within Yuma that maybe get more congested with traffic, and especially with schools and all the stuff like that. So I tell people, drive around first. So, if you want to be in this neighborhood, drive around that area around 8 o'clock, see if you're okay with the traffic, and then drive around there at 4 and just really see if you're okay with maybe a 30-minute commute to where you need to go versus a 15 when school's not in session, or when our population doesn't almost double with our winter visitors. So it does create more traffic in certain areas. So,
Is it a big winter, what are they, snowbird place? Is that or the opposite of snowbird? Am I getting that backwards?
We call them snowbirds here, yeah. So, our population, it almost doubles. And tons of my clients, again, they are not here half the year. So I'll go and check on their properties. And, during the monsoon season, we had some rough rains, and I would check on their properties for them while they were gone. And so I just got a card. They sent me a little card today because I checked on their property, and I was like, oh, they didn't have to do all that, but just checking in on them. But a lot of them this is either a second home or a vacation home, and sometimes they decide just to live here permanently, or sometimes they decide they need to stay where they're at and lose out on this place, this beautiful city. So it happens. That's why I tell people, spring market. We do have a spring market that's busy, but we also have a winter and fall market that it's just a different buyer and seller pool. So it's just so year round we don't have as much of a drop as other places do.
Yeah, it sounds like a whole nother business you could run and just keeping things up. I guess there's other places you could do that too, where people leave things vacant. They need somebody to just at least pop in and look at it. Less and less though, I guess, because cameras and robots and all the stuff that's happening now. But yeah,
very true.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, before we get you out of here, we do have one last question that doesn't have to do with Yuma, but does have to do with you. If you, and you can answer this in a couple different ways, if you could pick any other profession to be, what would it be? Or maybe when you were a kid, what was your like dream pie in the sky thing that you wanted to be when you were a kid?
So I
prefer the kid one, but whatever.
When I was a kid, I used to tell everybody that I was going to be the first woman president, and I would go around telling everybody that. So that was my kid dream. And I'm like, man, I don't know. I feel like there would be some dirt found on me at this point, right? Like I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I want to be president anymore.
I don't know if it matters. It matters if you care that people know, but it helps you apparently, so because you're more real.
But before I was in real estate, I worked in a lot of restaurants, and I really enjoyed it. I really do like having those same connections with people, and it's like every Friday or Saturday I'd come in like, Eryn, and just nice to give them a hug. And it's like a whole relationship with these people that I would see over and over again. And which is why I think I love real estate too, is because I do the same thing now, just with their homes, not food,
right.
Right.
Yeah, totally. You like the service type of jobs and being in service. Yeah. And your parents also obviously in the military kind of from that kind of
my
background.
Parents, so. My son, my husband, my brother-in-law, my 2 brothers, my grandfather, 2 uncles, everybody, big military family. So, yeah.
Oh, Marines? Marines is what's in Yuma, right? An air base or something, an air station?
Yeah, well, we have a little bit, we don't have Navy, we don't have Coast Guard, and my son almost joined the Space Force, but he went for the Air Force instead. So it's just Marines, Army, Air Force, and that's it. So,
Nice. The Space Force, I think, is in Colorado Springs. Is that correct?
Well, they have a base out in Vandenberg in California. That's where we was hoping he would get to go. So, but unfortunately, now he's in Oklahoma. He's in Oklahoma, and I have to go all the way over there.
Then he'll appreciate it when he gets to go somewhere better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, he obviously is coming from the sunniest place on the planet, so...
I said, does it snow out there? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, you're gonna need a jacket. He's like, I think I'm good. No, you're gonna need a jacket. So he's not used to that weather there. He's only used to Yuma weather. So
He'll figure it out quick once it starts getting cold. You're like, all right, I'm all right. And then you're like, I guess I gotta get a coat.
My husband's like, you need a down jacket, son, and telling him all the things he needs, and he's like, no, I think I'll be fine. No, you don't get it. You won't be fine.
For sure. And you're from Pennsylvania, so you know how it gets. If anybody wants to reach out to you and have you be in service to them to help find a house, or just a tour guide if somebody's visiting and wants to know the best place to go get tamales or whatever, how should they reach out to you? Should they text you or look you up on Instagram, or how do you like to be reached out to?
Anyway, really. I mean, I appreciate a text. That's the best way. That's the best way to get a hold of me. But I'm on almost all platforms, I think. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn and Twitter, but not actively. All with the same handle. So it's at Eryn Sells Yuma. And it's Eryn with a Y. Why not? So tell people, why not? My mom and dad said there were too many babies named Eryn, and they had to make sure they knew which one it was. And I said, well, I was the cute one. Come on. So, but at Eryn Sells Yuma on all the platforms is a good way to get a hold of me.
Perfect. Yeah, you can find her in all places. Yeah, and same thing, Twitter and LinkedIn. I'm there, but I post there, I guess, and I see Krista post there, but that's just because we're good at copy pasting. We're good soldiers at copy pasting. But paying attention to it.
I got a new phone and I can't get in now, so.
I'm mostly on Facebook and Instagram, even TikTok. I'm there once in a while, but not as much as I guess I could be.
Yeah.
Well, hit Eryn up however you want to, and if you need to contact myself or Krista, Pittsburgh and me in Harrisburg, feel free to reach out to us however you feel like doing it. Thanks everybody for watching and listening, and say goodbye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.